pressure down at the present time.
Young keeping watch on Petrarca. Oliver finds Petrarca. Jordan went past. Petrarca went to the square. Fritsch at the back. If it comes through, here's Ben Brown trying to do the team thing, and so clever from Fritsch. Found the space. There wasn't much available, but he used it to put through the first goal. And he has been the star of their forward line this year so far, Bayley Fritsch.
Great snap from Fritsch.
Just have a look at this, Jason. It's amazing what umpires allow ruckman to do sometimes and then not the others. Now, Goldie clearly thinks he's been manhandled and has been thrown out of the way. And sometimes you see that paid and others you don't. That was a mark that has gone to ground and should have been held.
Jack Zeeble was very quick to go over and apologise to Ben Mackay because Mackay had it wrapped up. Zeeble tried to do the right thing and spoil the ball, but all he did was spoil a teammate, and the loose ball ended up in the hands of Bayley Fritsch.
Great handball from Oliver there to his partner in crime. And smart play there by Ben Brown, just setting it up for Bayley Fritsch. There's the mark you talk about, Jason. And a missed tackle. He wouldn't be happy with that 30-second package.
Simpkin, Lazaro, Nani, who's had a career best game last week with 21 disposals. They've turned it over and gone. Nicely fisted by Walker, but it's not finished yet. Fritsch will work it out again. Such a smart player. And he's in career best touch. 2 goals to Bayley Fritsch as the score is levelled up through 12 minutes in the opening term.
He's a clever player, Bayley Fritsch. He's got a real touch of class about him. It was a good lesson for Jack Marnie in there. If you try to do too much against the #1 pressure team in the competition, you're going to turn the ball over. So he tried to evade, he tried to set something up. The tackle was too good. There's the turnover, and you get caught napping going the other way. Probably should have marked that if he attacked it with his hand. Big Max Gawn went for the chest mark, but how good was the roving at ground level?
Back up on the outside in Atley. And now the careful kick forward.
Too careful, Hutto. You've got to nail those.
McDonald to Salem. McDonald again. Jordan. Brayshaw hesitant, but didn't panic. Found an answer on the outside in McDonald. Again, they go into the pocket. Over the head of Hall. Leaves them vulnerable. Jackson comes out. They don't want to overcommit on him. Pickett kept it alive. Fritsch the opportunity. Summed it up perfectly and kicks his third. And again, Keziah Pickett, very important in that passage of play. And he's so good, he even helped up Bayley Fritsch after he's delivered him a shot for goal.
You called it well, Hutto. The key to that was keeping the ball alive. This should have been rushed over. There should have been enough pressure. There's a little bit of corralling going on. Does the whole ball cross the boundary line? It's hard to see from that angle, but he keeps it in. The umpire doesn't blow the whistle, and it's a good finish from Fritsch. I don't know if this angle is going to tell us any better.
But you're right about the corralling, Jason. It kills football.
You've got to close them down.
I mean, look at that one for Mackay. Doesn't go at the man with the ball. He's corralling, and he gives him an opportunity. I mean, here we have another opportunity. It's Walker. He goes in, and then behind him, there's just no pressure coming at the bloke with the ball in his hands.
Find a way through. Jones battles hard, stripped of it, goes a second time with more success. Jackson, Neil Bullen, now Oliver. Space to work in, but Zeebel's going to fill the defensive space. Didn't finish the job. Brown the tackle. A handball in hope. Fritsch! It was a disaster for the Roos, and Fritsch has kicked his fourth.
Well, there's not much you can say other than stating the obvious there, Jason.
It's not the sort of error you like to see your skipper make, is it? And he's been good in defence today.
He's been terrific.
But he's got to snaffle that. I don't know if he thought there was traffic coming or he was expecting contact. And then the hand pass did Mackay no favours either. So they made a complete hash of it. That's one that you just have to strike off and say, yep, made a big mess of it. Got to make sure they get the next one now, North. They don't want to lose momentum in this game because then the D's will steamroll them.
Yeah, and I think Mackay needs to have a look at how he approached that as well. He had no awareness there was anybody around him. There was no 100% desperation. He could have dived on that ball, just reaching over it and left yourself open to be scored against.
Equal career high 4 goals for Bayley Fritsch.
Finish, then they get punished.
Jackson outreached that time by Goldstein. Had the crew at ground level, but It's a totally different ball game now. The pressure. And he has been officially upped.
Indeed. We haven't seen too many gang tackles from Melbourne in this game, but we're seeing them regularly in this term.
Luke Jackson is Melbourne's leading possession winner in the game. He's had 17 disposals, 10 in this quarter.
Well, that's inexcusable.
That has dropped onto the chest of Bayley Fritsch.
Inexcusable that Bayley Fritsch, a man that's already got 4 goals to his name, can take an uncontested mark when the ball's been held up before it's kicked inside 50, and no one got there. Obviously a block or some traffic creating problems for his opponent, but that's not good enough.
So Bayley Fritsch, and that famous number 31 for Melbourne for his 5th goal. Oh, he's got it. He's had an outstanding start to the season. Missed the 1 week, has come back in the last couple, and he's put that through. Career high 5 goals, and that's 5 in a row for Melbourne, and all of a sudden they lead by 11 points.
Well, you just got to keep an eye on the number 31, where Bayley Fritsch comes from, and that was just not good enough. 31 versus 31. It was hardly a block. He just had to go around, do a U-turn. And I think the defensive coach of North Melbourne will have a look at that and ask Connor Menadue for a little bit more effort than that.
So career high 5 goals for Bayley Fritsch.
Even May was a shove out. I'm not sure what licence you get if you're a full back shoving the full forward out.
Hunt to Petrarca, ever dangerous. Fritsch has taken a fantastic mark. There's a bit happening before then.
Mackay and Gawn, what was going on between those two?
Fritsch is lining up for number 6.
He's had a big year, hasn't he?
Yeah, so much talk pre-season about Wiedemann and Brown coming into the club.
He's just done a hip throw, Max Gawn. He's just picked Mackay up and thrown him over his head.
It's this man, Bayley Fritsch, who's led the way. He's made his move this afternoon up the Coleman race. He's kicked 6 goals, Bayley Fritsch, and in some ways has been the difference.
He's been the touch of class inside 50. So much holding going on. Maybe the umpires deemed that they were both holding Gawn and Mackay, so they let it go. But there's nothing wrong with Fritsch's attack on the footy, and his finishing has been spectacular today.